In this video, we're going to have a look at correlation. And correlation refers to the relationship between two variables. So, for correlation to exist, we have to have linear relationships. So you can see here, we've got a straight line, so linear meaning straight line. We can say that they are roughly linear. However, when we have this one, we can see that there is a curve in the data, so it's not a linear relationship. So they have to be a straight line. When we talk about the strength of the relationship, we use weak, moderate, or strong, and also positive or negative. So if the data is going upwards in a trend, we would say it's positive. If it's going down, we say that it's negative. You can see that with weak data, our points are very spread out, where with strong data, it's very close together. So this would be a negative strong data here. One more thing on this side is that our values range from -1 through to +1. So +1 being a perfect correlation, increasing. So our first graph here, the strong positive correlation, would be close to a +1, -1 meaning a negative slope going down. Our weak data would have a value closer to 0, so it's got a weak association. We also look at causation. So correlation between two variables does not necessarily mean that one causes the other. So we've got a couple of examples here where arm length and running speed, would you think that they're associated? Do they depend on each other? Probably not. Well, they might be linked, but number of TV sets sold in Ballarat and the number of stray dogs collected, probably no correlation whatsoever. So one doesn't cause the other, even though they might be linked with data sets. So as I was saying before, ranging from 1 through to -1, so -1 over here, you can see that it's a very straight line. So it's always between -1 and +1. So close to 0, very spread out. Around about that 0.5 and above, getting closer right through to that -1 value, and obviously positive as it's going upwards here. Alright, we're going to have a look at a question. We're going to use our calculator. So the Botanical Gardens have been trying a new chemical to control beetles. So first one, draw a scatter diagram of the data. I'm going to come over to my calculator. I'm going into statistics. I've already got my data in there, but I need to go to graph. I'm going to check my settings, and I can see that it is a scatter plot already. So I'm going to exit out of there and click graph 1. Okay, so I get a graph. I can already see that it's going down, so it's going to have a negative value. My R value is going to be negative. To work that out, I'm going to click calculate, X, and here we go. So my the Pearson's correlation coefficient, the R value, is R equals -0.86. So describe the correlation between the quantity of chemical and the number of surviving lawn beetles. So we would say that as the amount of chemical increases, the number of surviving beetles decreases. So that's how you find your R value and how you might apply it in a question.